Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhyayamodhavalavakunthanavatim tejomayam nashtikim digdhapangavilokinim dagavatim mantaspitastriyamukim Valsalyamritavarshinim samadhuram sankirtanalapinim Shamangi madhistikta suktim Amritanandattikam Ishwarim. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Shuklambaradaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chadurbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvigna Upashanti. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Ya Devi Sthveti Nityam Vibhute Vedaparagehi Sameva Sajihvagre Brahmarupa Saraswati. Om Ha Saraswati Namaha. Om. My infinite prostrations at the lotus feet of my Sadguru Sri Mata Amritageetananda Devi, Universal Teacher, Universal Mother, and my humble pranams to all Amma's beloved children watching this program. Like we said in the last program, we have given a lot of satsangs, Amma's teachings, and we Swamis and Brahmacharis, we have given a lot of satsangs. Now we want the Ayudh youngsters, we want to know what you have understood. And I said in my last session, we want you to speak, you youngsters, we want you to speak and let us know what you have understood. So they will. Now the topic is mainly the Amma's birthday, and we will talk about Guru. And one very, very important point I want to insist that there is a lot of confusion regarding the word Guru. We had a meeting of the Ayudh. A few years back, the meeting of all the Ayudh members, who the Ayudh coordinators mainly, not only Ayudh, the Ayudh coordinators will be sent to different branches to coordinate, to organize Ayudh programs. So during the meeting, one person said something which I was really shocked. So I can understand the reason also. That person said we should learn to explain spirituality without mentioning Guru. That is something very, very shocking. We have to learn to explain spirituality without mentioning Guru. So we can understand why the person said that, because now, as you say, I am very sorry to say that they say there are some fake gurus. Some guru they dress like sannyasis and then they do something else. So there are some fake gurus. So we can see in all walks of life, there are the genuine and the fake. There are genuine doctors, there are fake doctors, there are genuine engineers, fake engineers. In all walks of life, we have the genuine and the fake. In the same way, we cannot say that all gurus are fake. Very few. Ravana is the best example. Ravana dressed himself as a sannyasi and he kidnapped. So he was he inaugurated the fake Guru Parampara, Ravana. So we cannot say that all gurus are fake. So that means we do not know how to explain Guru. Guru simply means a teacher. We cannot learn everything by yourself. Like I say, like cycling, maybe cycling, you can learn by yourself. This is an example I told many times. If you learn about motorcycle, you need somebody who knows very well. Somebody can sit behind and guide you, changing the gear, etc. Motorcycle is difficult. Car driving, a little more experienced person. You have to either your relative can teach you, or you have to driving school you have to join. Then they teach you and they give you driver's license, car driver's license. If it's aircraft, it is much more difficult. You have to go to a very, very expert instructor pilot. Experienced is called instructor pilot, because aircraft is very complicated machine. Therefore, this mind is the most complicated machine. Therefore, this mind is like a car which can travel at 500 kilometers per hour, but which it has no steering wheel and brakes. So nobody wants such a car. So the Guru is one who trains this most complicated instrument, the vehicle called mind. Guru knows how to fit the steering wheel and brakes also, and then make it pakka, then give it to you, hand it back to you. So and secondly, one more example I will say and then I will stop. See, we have heard this heart blocks. Heart blocks now, the expert there, the surgery, cardiology has very much advanced. The sincere the efforts of the many doctors, through the sincere efforts of many doctors, because the cardiology has really developed. They can transplant the heart also. So there are heart blocks, so that they can remove that. But there are another kind of heart blocks which at the spiritual level there are some heart blocks which only an experienced surgeon like that surgeon which removes this complicated heart blocks is called Sadguru. So the heart blocks, has some kind of the negative tendencies. I don't like that person. And negative qualities, they are the real heart blocks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do japa. These kind of heart blocks can be removed by the world's the best surgeon. That surgeon is whom we call as the Guru. The Guru is the Gukarastu Andakarascha Urukarastha Nirodakaha Andakara Nirodatvad Guru iti abadiyate. So surgeon, even the best surgeon in this world, he cannot perform his surgery on himself. You cannot learn surgery by the reading. You cannot open a book on surgery and take the surgical instrument and operate. You have to go to very experts, the senior doctor. In the same way, this mental at the subtle level, there are heart blocks. That heart blocks can be removed. That is what we call as the Sadguru. So therefore, we have to understand the word Guru very well. Guru means one who gives us knowledge from the kindergarten teacher to the person who guides us in PhD. They are all gurus, they are all teachers. And the one who gives us spiritual knowledge by which we become eternally free. We attain total independence and we attain infinite joy. That is called a Sadguru. That is the meaning of the word Guru. Now let our Ayudh members continue the discussion. Om Amritageetananda Namaha.
Thank you, Swamiji, for reiterating the incomparable greatness of the Guru yet again. Today's talk is a continuation of Ayudh talks, where Ayodhyans and Amrita teens will be sharing their perspective on the deep expositions that we have had from monastic disciples, brahmacharis, brahmacharinis and other speakers in the past few months. Today they are going to be put under the spotlight and asked how well they have done their Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Today we have Maithili and Aishwarya sharing their perspective on the different types of Guru as mentioned in the Guru Gita.
Jnana Shakti Samarudha Tattvamala Vibhushita Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha. That is how the Guru Stotram refers to the Guru. That is the one who gives us both bhukti, that is worldly knowledge or material prosperity, and mukti or moksha. Even during Amma's darshan, we witness this. People from all walks of life come to Amma with different problems and ask Amma for different kinds of things. Some may ask Amma for fulfillment of their worldly desires, while others come for spiritual knowledge or ask Amma for vairagya, bhakti, etc. Amma rejects none. In the Guru Paduka Stotram, we praise the Paduka of the Guru like this: Vairagya Samrajyada Pujanabhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. This means we can interpret this as the worship of the Guru's Paduka can give us both Vairagya and Samraja, that is detachment, and Samraja, which is worldly possessions. We all know the story of Vishwamitra and Vasishtha. So we know that Vishwamitra went to Vasishta's ashram and was extremely surprised to see that Vasishta was able to arrange an entire feast and a palace and so many arrangements for Vishwamitra and his entire army. So when Vishwamitra inquires about how Vasishta was able to do this, he realizes that Vasishta has Kamadhenu, or the divine cow in his ashram, which grants all the wishes that you ask for. So Vishwamitra has this desire in his mind that he wants to take Kamadhenu with him to his kingdom. We know the story. Finally, Vishwamitra ends up taking Kamadhenu with him to his kingdom, and Vishwamitra keeps on asking Kamadhenu for various kinds of desires. After a while, Vishwamitra realizes that no matter what he asks or no matter what desires are fulfilled, he is not able to be content or happy. So Vishwamitra then approaches Kamadhenu and asks him, why is it that no matter how many desires of mine are fulfilled, I am still not happy? So then Kamadhenu says that I can only give you worldly possessions or material prosperity. If you want true and permanent happiness, then you have to approach Vasishta. We know the rest of the story. Vishwamitra approaches Vasishta, and later Vishwamitra too becomes a Brahmarshi. In Amma's ashram too, we have the ashram site, which gives us spiritual knowledge and knowledge of the self, and we have the Brahmasthanam, where we can unburden our worldly problems. Let us go back to the story of Dasharatha and Janaka. So Dasharatha was married for a lot of years. He had 3 wives, but he did not have children, and he was extremely saddened by the fact that he had no sons. So Dasharatha approached Vasishta, his guru, and asked him, what can I do to get sons? So Vasishta advises Dasharatha to do the Putra Kameshti Yaga. Now here what we have to realize is, Vasishta does not advise Dasharatha that you don't go behind these temporary means of happiness. Go find the permanent joy. Vasishta does not tell him that all these are temporary happiness. Instead, Vasishta tells him how he can fulfill his desire, because he knows that Dasharatha's mind is not mature enough and there are still desires within Dasharatha's mind. So then Vasishta advises him accordingly. However, when we look at Janaka, when Janaka asks Yajnavalkya for self-realization or moksha, Yajnavalkya immediately redirects him to Ashtavakra. So Janaka approaches Ashtavakra, and it is said that Janaka gets the knowledge of the self. So here Ashtavakra knew that Janaka's mind was mature enough that he had that much vairagya, and he did not have any desires in his mind. So his mind was pure. Amma says that if we have desires in our mind, it is like having a vessel which is not clean yet. So even if you pour milk, that is self-knowledge, into it, the milk will get spoiled. So in order for us to have that, in order for us to grasp that knowledge, our mind has to be free from desires. So similarly, the Guru advises each person based on their spiritual maturity. Even when people come to Amma advises them based on their level of spiritual maturity. It is impossible to depict or describe a divine personality like Amma, an avatar like Amma, because Amma's divine personality is magnanimous like the ocean itself. It is like if I take someone to the seashore and tell them this is the Indian Ocean, you might be able to recognize the Indian Ocean, you see it the next time. But what I have shown you and what you have seen is only a very minute part of what the ocean is actually, If you want a broader view, probably you can take a helicopter and look from above. But even then, you are only seeing the surface of the ocean. This is how Amma is. A lot of people know Amma only as a good bhajan singer. So these people come to Amma, listen to bhajans, feel blissful and elevated, and then go back. This can be compared to those who come to the ocean and to near the seashore to enjoy the sea breeze. Yet others come to Amma for solving their worldly problems and for fulfilling their worldly desires. These can be compared to the people who come to the sea to swim in the sea and enjoy. There are yet others who come to the ocean to fish. These can be compared to those people who come to the Sadguru or come to Amma for getting siddhis or occult powers. But finally, there are very few set of people who dive deep into the ocean to get precious gems, to collect precious gems. These are the people who actually approach Amma for spiritual knowledge or for knowledge of the self. In order to truly understand Amma, we need to rise above our body-mind consciousness. Amma herself will help us in this process and advise us based on our spiritual maturity. So in this process, Amma will assume different roles to uplift us. The Guru Gita mentions 5 different types of gurus. The first one is Suchaka Guru, the Guru who teaches us about worldly knowledge or who tells us A to Z about worldly topics. Under the Suchaka Guru, we have different types of Guru, which is Vadyar, Upadhyaya, etc. The Vadyar is one who teaches us about pujas, and Upadhyaya is one who teaches us about different Vedangas like Jyotisha, Vyakarna, Chandas, etc. Even though Amma does not have even a high school certificate, we all have had numerous experiences about how Amma knows A to Z about every topic under the sun. A few years ago, a doctor from North Kerala came for darshan, and on the way when he was going for darshan, a senior sannyasi from the ashram told him that Amma is suffering from severe headache from the last half an hour. So the doctor was actually practicing allopathy, but he also knew acupressure. So the doctor went for darshan, and while going for darshan, he gently lifted Amma's feet and started pressing on various points to heal the headache. Amma slowly smiled at him and said that he was touching the wrong points and that the actual points were elsewhere, and Amma showed him the points. So the doctor was confused, but he obeyed Amma meekly. Later that day, when he went to his room and he checked the book, he realized that he was actually wrong and Amma was right. The second type of Guru is Vachaka Guru, the one who makes us aware about our various responsibilities like father, daughter, son, wife, etc. In this connection, I would like to narrate an incident from Poojya Swami Amritageetananda Puri's life. So when Swamiji joined the ashram back in 1986, the construction of the Kali temple was going on, and a lot of devotees and brahmacharis were working in the construction site. At this point, Amma came down for darshan and everyone rushed towards Amma. So Amma immediately sternly told the brahmacharis to go back to work, and she called all the devotees and started speaking to them. Later that night, after supper, Amma called all the brahmacharis and Amma told them that Amma knows that you all became very sad when Amma asked you to go for work, but you must all realize that Amma is not limited to this body. In fact, you should be able to consider this entire ashram as Amma's body, get attached to it and serve it. So hearing Amma's advice, Swamiji was a little confused because Swamiji had learnt Vedanta from an ashram in Mumbai. So Swamiji was thinking that I have left my home and my family, and now is it not like I'm coming and becoming attached to something else? Serving the ashram is alright, but should I get attached to it? So this doubt kept cropping up in Swamiji's mind. And the next day, Amma came for meditation, and Amma led everybody for meditation. Later after the meditation, Amma reiterated the same advice that she gave the previous night, and then Amma directly looked at Swamiji and steadily for a few seconds, and Amma said that the attachment to the Guru's body cannot be considered as bondage. Just like we need one thorn to remove another thorn, similarly the attachment to the Guru's form or to the ashram will help us come out of all other attachments. So thus, the attachment to the Guru's body cannot be called bondage. To explain about the other types of Gurus, I would like to invite Aishwarya. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. We heard about the first 2 Gurus mentioned in the Guru Gita from Maitri. Now, we have the third Guru, Bodhaka Guru, one who initiates us into a mantra. The power of mantra given by the Guru purifies our inner being and brings out the latent talents with us. During Swamiji's school and college days, Swamiji used to win prizes in music competitions, but only after joining ashram, getting a mantra from Amma, and after Swamiji started chanting it, Swamiji has been able to write bhajans, compose the music and sing them. A few years ago, Swamiji had an opportunity to sing a bhajan before the famous Indian singer Yeshudas. When he asked Swamiji who had taught Swamiji music, Swamiji told him that it was Amma, none else. He was amazed to say the least. Next, we have Vihita Guru, one who gradually makes us understand the impermanence of worldly objects. An elderly devotee had told Swamiji Amma solved a very serious problem. He used to feel ashamed that even at the age of 62 he was attracted to other women despite having a wonderful and virtuous wife. After he and his wife went for darshan together, he is able to look upon his wife and as his sister. A kind word, loving touch, or even a look from Amma is enough to purify us and turn us towards God and the only permanent object. Next, we have Taraka Guru, one who helps us realize that every being is essentially divine, just as the waves and ocean are in essence the same. There are many acharyas, religious teachers, striving sincerely to make us understand the Vedic mantra, Tattvamasi, you are that supreme being, through their discourses. Let us understand who is an acharya. Our Shastras describe an acharya as one who possesses the following qualities. 1 who makes you understand the meaning of Shastras. 2, one who is firmly rooted in the acharas, that is norms and customs, and also makes others rooted in acharas. 3, one who sets an example by practicing the what he or she preaches. Such a person is called acharya. Amma demonstrates by her life that you are divine by nature. Those who have seen Amma's Devi Bhava Darshan can well understand this. Before Devi Bhava begins, we can see Amma singing bhajans with a lot of devotion, like a helpless human being. But after that, she wears Devi's sari, crown and ornaments. Her mood changes completely. She manifests her divinity and is no longer a helpless individual, but the goddess herself. She teaches us that it is possible for every human being to manifest the divine nature lying dormant with us. In our culture, the Guru is considered even greater than God. In the Ramayana, when Sri Rama goes to Vanavasa, he visits the ashram of Muni Agastya. After speaking with each other a while, Agastya tells Sri Rama, "Let me now show you the ashram." Agastya then leads Sri Rama to the hut of Sudhikshana. Sudhikshana was an ardent devotee of Sri Rama who was doing intense tapas to get Sri Rama's darshan. So when they entered Sudhikshana's hut, Sudhikshana sees his Ishtamurti Sri Rama, whose darshan he has been yearning for years along with his Guru, Agastya. Without a second thought, Sudhikshana first prostrates at his Guru, Agastya's feet, and then prostrates at Sri Rama's feet. This is because in our culture, the Guru is considered greater than even God, as it is Guru who leads us to God. Amma is the Sadguru who uplifts us from the material existence to spiritual heights, where we may experience infinite bliss and total freedom. Who is the Sadguru? The Guru Gita describes the Sadguru as follows. Sarva Sandeha Sandoha Nirmula Nivakshinaha Janma Mrityu Bayagnoha Sa Guru Paramo Mataha Bahujanma Kritat Punyat Labhyate So Mahaguru Labdva Tanna Punaryati Shishya Samsara Bandhanam. Meaning, he who is an expert in removing all the doubts of the disciple and destroy the fear of birth and death, that Guru is called Paramaguru or Sadguru. The Shastras further goes on to say that a disciple who gains such a Guru by Punya acquired through many births never comes to the cycle of birth and death bondage. Thus, we are extremely blessed to have a Sadguru like Amma. With her grace, we may become liberated even while living an embodied existence. Let us surrender to this infinite divine power that is manifested before us in the form of a loving mother and pray to her to bless us with material prosperity and lead us to the goal of life, that is the eternal freedom.
What can I offer you? thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you a flower coming from the easy. Every working hard for you is so easy.
I offer you a flower coming from Assisi. Every working hard for you is so easy.
I offer you a flower coming from the easy. Every working hour for you is so easy.
I offer you a flower coming from Assisi. Every working hour for you is so easy.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my heart. You take it, you feel it. You fill it with love. You break it or you heal it.
I offer you my heart. You take it, you feel it. You take it with love. You break it or you heal it.
I offer you my heart. You take it, you feel it. You fill it with love. You break it or you heal it.
I offer you my heart. You take it, you feel it. You fill it with love. You break it or you heal it.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my mind, the questionings, the sorrows, the big problem, this mind, yesterday, tomorrow.
I offer you my mind, the questions, the sorrows, the big problem, this mind, yesterday's tomorrows.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my mind, the questionings, the sorrows, the problem, this mind, yesterday, tomorrow.
I offer you my mind, the questionings, the sorrows, every problem, this mind, yesterday's tomorrows.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my joy, my happiness, my singing. I'm just a little boy to his mommy clinging.
I offer you my joy, my happiness, my singing. I'm just a little girl to her mommy clinging.
I offer you my joy, my happiness, my singing. I'm just a little boy to his mommy clinging.
I offer you my joy, my happiness, my singing.
thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On my oldest day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my life. It's for you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
I offer you my life. It's you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
On my oldest day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On my oldest day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you my life. It's for you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
I offer you my life. It's for you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
I offer you a flower. I offer you my heart. I offer you my mind. I offer you my joy. I offer you my life. It's for you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
I offer you my flower. I offer you my heart. I offer you my mind. I offer you my joy. I offer you my life. It's for you to use it. Shape it with your knife. You can play the music.
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. Hey, what can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
On this day, I would like to thank you. It is your birthday. What can I offer you?
Up next is a soul-stirring dance performance dedicated to Lord Shiva by Divya and Jaisudha.
शिवने शंकरने जय सांब सदा शिवने 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 हर हर महादेवा शिव शिव महादेवा 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 प्रणवस्वरूपने प्रलयान्तकरे करुणामय सर्वान्तर्यामी श्मशानवासी कैलासवासी हृदयनिवासी सर्वान्तर्यामी हर हर महादेव शिव शिव महादेव 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 जय नमः पार्वती पते हर हर